I feel like every time I have these moments, it's as almost if I've never had them. Like, I'm getting back true connections. I'm getting back people being inspired by me.
Like, live in the moment. Just quit your job. Do everything that you want to do in life.
And stepping out of that box that I've been in of just recording myself at the gym. Okay? School is important. And that is why I feel like I always have to be creating something, because I don't want to sit around and do nothing. It's me again. I think I just need to talk some things through mentally. I think I'm just feeling a little down. Not that's kind of dramatic. I'm not feeling like that. Hold on, let me light an incense. As I was saying, I've been just feeling, I want to just talk about being a creative and being in this creative space and trying to make a way in this space where I'm at, particularly specifically, is I have been on the TikTok gig of posting a piece of content every day, posting multiple times a day. And I enjoy it because if you follow me on Instagram, I post on my stories all the time. I post all day, every day. I love posting on my stories. Instagram is a little bit more aesthetically pleasing though, in that sense, where TikTok is not. TikTok very much is more welcoming to just come as you are kind of vibe, you know? Literally just post whatever. And I feel like TikTok doesn't reward effort. I feel like we all feel very similarly to that. TikTok doesn't really reward effort. And there are some times where that is perfectly fine with me because I am more of a batch creator. I'm more quantity. I do obviously enjoy quality, but I think my aesthetic doesn't require cinematic editing or caring so much about, I don't know, it's just I go with the flow. I create out of my mood. So what am I trying to get at here? One, I wish TikTok had the aesthetic of Instagram stories. That would be so great because I love TikTok because it reaches so many different people. With Instagram, I just don't feel like it is that way. I feel like it is very stuck in who follows you. That doesn't really get to like the Explorer page. And I don't even know if people really spend time on the Explorer page. I don't know. I think for me, I'm never on the Explorer page. But I think that's why Instagram started putting other people's posts in your feed. Because of that, I don't know, I'm just never on Explorer page. I don't know, it's weird. But like TikTok, the For You page, that's where I spend most of my time. And I was just going through a very creative, what is the word? I was just in a very creative space, like a creative wave. Like I was constantly posting something. I was using my old content, and I was creating new content. I was using all these pictures that I just had in my album and creating all of this content, and it was just flowing. Creative flow, that is what I'm looking for. Creative flow. I was just in this very creative flow, like boom, 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 one thing after another, one thought after another, one. I'm a person who does write down my ideas when I have them because I just may not be able to execute in that moment, whether it's because emotionally I'm not there or physically I can't create that content right then and there. But I do write down my ideas. I just tend to have so many ideas that I tend to be overwhelmed and tend to do nothing sometimes. But I was in such a great groove on TikTok, just posting, getting a lot of engagement, because I think engagement is really important. Like, you have to engage to get engagement. Reciprocity, you know what I mean? Like, you have to give to get. And so I think that's super important. And I think it's super important for me to follow people that I actually like. Not just people who I think will engage in my content, but people that I actually like and I actually like their content, because then it's nothing to engage with their content. You know what I mean? But either way, I was in this great space creatively. And now I'm like I'm seeing myself slip into this funk of not having any ideas come into my brain. Which I know, it's like, I feel like every time I have these moments, it's as almost if I've never had them. Like, I'm like, what do I do in these moments that I've gotten myself? Like, I can never remember what I've done to get myself out of this. It's almost like I don't do anything specific. Maybe I do nothing, and then all of a sudden I wake up and boom. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I need to have a creative journal. I have all these separate journals. I need to have a creativity journal. Maybe this will be my creativity journal. Yeah, why not? Whatever. I'd rather talk it out than write it out, I think, sometimes. But I guess I'm saying all of this. I think, obviously, I know what I need to do, right? Because I do a great thing by writing down my ideas, okay? So when I'm not feeling so creative, then that is when I execute those ideas. But as a creative person, maybe that is my excuse. I just feel if I am not in a creative flow and I'm trying to create something, it's not going to feel genuine to me. And I have been feeling like that for the past few days, like kind of dwindling into that feeling of just feeling disconnected from my art. And I feel like maybe the past couple posts have been more forced. Just to stay in the algorithm. But not forced, because that is also similar things that I post on my TikTok or what I post on my Instagram story. And my Instagram story really just feels like my diary, like literally my daily diary. Like that is how my Instagram stories feel. But also because it's so aesthetic. Like I just feel like my Instagram stories are so aesthetic, like aesthetically pleasing for me. I just feel like I get so much more out of Instagram stories that I don't get out of TikTok that I wish I did. Because TikTok just feels low effort but high effort at the same time. I feel like with TikTok, you have to have good quality. That's what it is. Like, your video has to be sharp. People on TikTok don't want to see all this text. They don't want to see all of these effects of text coming in. They don't care about that script lettering that's coming in, like with the writing sound. They want small, simple, what is that text format? Times New Roman. Small, centered in the screen, whether it's centered up or centered, and it should be typing every time. And you can at maximum add a typing sound effect, but very minimal, maybe a pop, but nothing dramatic. Like TikTok doesn't want to see that. And you know what's crazy? When I'm scrolling on TikTok and I even see that, it doesn't feel like it belongs there. It is so weird. It's hard to make. TikTok just wants, what is the word? Subtleness. Very subtle, very low effort, but high quality. Where Instagram feels more higher effort and high quality. You have to have both on Instagram. Also, because Instagram, we're going there to watch your stuff to be aesthetically pleased. TikTok, we're going on there for a good time. Okay? TikTok, I'm there. I know I'm going to be watching videos. I know I'm going to be spending more time watching a TikTok. Instagram, I may not spend as much time watching a reel. I would rather maybe swipe through photos. But if your reel is catching my eye, if it's high quality and high effort, if I see your editing skills in that video, TikTok doesn't care about your editing skills as much. Meaning like maybe your transitions that you put in, like things like that, like the little things that you do. They care about more breaks. Well, I guess Instagram cares about break editing. Break editing is the key. No matter what platform you're on, break editing is the key. Jump editing is the key. If you don't know what I mean, I posted how I jump edit on my last vlog. If you want to go watch it, that focus of not having to focus on something for too long. Perfect examples of people I love because of their editing is Chloe. What she produces is like masterpieces. Like her jump editing, her voiceovers, like her attention to detail, but being able to grab you into the video. There's so many clips happening. So many clips, like literally 2-second clips just all throughout her videos. And it's crazy how she puts it all together. Like she gets all these different clips and just blows my mind every time. She does put editing, like text effects and text in different fonts, but she has a signature fonts that she uses, and she uses them in a way of like expression, like which she does like the blocks around the words and puts them big on the screen. Like, I don't know, just her editing is just so magical. And I feel like creators like that don't get enough credit because that takes a lot. Yes, the cinematic editors and videographers, they deserve all the kudos in the world because that takes so much more patience. But I don't know. I think just as creatives in general, we all deserve flowers. It is just such a beautiful mind state to be in. And we are the only ones who understand that. Like, it's so beautiful to be a creative person. And I love that about myself. And I never thought that I would. Growing up, I've always been like this, but I didn't know what it meant. Like, why do I like making my Bratz dolls clothes? Why do I like sewing my Barbie dolls dresses? Like, why do I like all of these different things at one time? Why do I like the pattern on my jeans to match my shirt? Like, why is it, like, what is this going on in my brain? Until I reached my ripe age of 30. My ripe age of 30, that I really understood my creative power and my creative flow and my expression. And I'm so proud of it. It does tend to make me be more isolated as a person because I have to preserve that for myself. I don't have a high social battery, and that is okay. And I've learned to accept that. I do have to spend a lot of time alone in order to be able to create. And maybe in times where I'm not feeling in my creative flow, maybe I do spend more time with friends and more time with people. But at the same time, I just feel like I need to recharge. I feel like I'm always just recharging, using up the battery, recharging, using up the battery, recharging, using up the batteries. Like, but I love that. Like, I'm not mad that that is the way that I have to live and be as a functioning human being. It's just that thing that I notice. And I struggle with doing nothing. I am so opposite of type A in every other scenario. When I go on trips, I don't plan my trips. I look up things, but I don't create an itinerary. Like, I don't do things like that. I'm very free-spirited, but for some reason, I'm so logical when it comes to not liking to waste my time or to sit around and do nothing. And that is why I feel like I always have to be creating something, because I don't want to sit around and do nothing. But I need to understand that that is okay to sit around and do nothing, because sometimes that's just what I need to do in the same breath. Because I get so overwhelmed with how many creative ideas I have, I tend to then do nothing anyway. So it's like, what is even happening at this point? I don't really know. It just gets to be a little overwhelming. I'm just trying to balance it out. I try to give myself creative freedom in a sense of like not scheduling creative things, because I don't think that my brain works like that. I can't schedule photo, like, let me go take my photos, because I don't know if I'm gonna be in the right mindset to do that. I would rather have the burst of urge to want to go do it. Let me go pick this outfit. I hate the way it looks on me. Then I'll be pissed, and then I'm not there. I'll sound like excuses, but it's hard. I'm just in a. It is okay to rest. It's okay to question myself, to question my abilities, to question all the things. It's okay. We only have 24 hours in a day, and I have to work a 9 to 5. I go to the gym. I wake up. This is not for sympathy. This is not for anything. This is just me talking it out with myself. I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I go to the gym at 5. I come home, get ready for work. I'm at work from 8:30 to 5:30. Okay, I get off. Depending on traffic, it takes me anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes to get home. 6 o'clock, take Benjamin out. That usually takes me like 15, 20 minutes. Maybe, no, 15, 20. Because I have to go down to the apartment. Because I'm in an apartment complex, I have to go down. We have to go outside. He uses the bathroom. He takes his time. Come back upstairs. And then I have to unwind. I have to find time to edit whatever video I'm editing. Record something for my vlog. Find time to read. Get ready for bed. Unwind mentally. Because unwinding mentally is so important for me. 7:30, 7:45, I try to be off of my phone. I used to go to bed at 9. Now I go to bed at 8. I felt like 9 was just... I felt like I wasn't getting enough rest at 9. So there are a lot of times I go to bed at 8. But with going to bed at 8, that means I have to start unwinding mentally at 7:30. Even that's pushing it though, because when I used to go to bed at 9, I would start unwinding at 8. It would take me an hour to unwind. And that means I wouldn't be on my phone an hour before bed. Because I just noticed that my sleep pattern was just not the best. And I have to find a job, a remote job, to try to move to Europe. There's so many other people out there who create way more than I do, who are busier than I am. It's just trying to balance it all. Because again, time is really important to me. I know exactly down to the minute of everything that it takes me every single day. And sometimes it's overwhelming to know that, because then I'm like, oh, I only have this much time left. Only have this much time left. And I work every other Saturday. So I only get one free full weekend. And it's like the Saturdays that I work, I have this much time to get all my responsibilities done, because Sunday I want to rest. I actually want it to feel like my day off. At this point, I'm rambling on and complaining about my life. My life is beautiful. My life is amazing. Like, I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's just I need to... Something's got to give. Something's got to change. I can't continue in this cycle of trying to survive, like trying to do all of these things. I'm so used to like survival mode that quitting my job isn't an option. I need to pay my bills. I need to pay for this apartment. I need to pay for where I live. I I don't have like no, that's just not even logical. That's not logical. I could not ever do that. Would it be nice to have a work from home job? Yes. I'm such a, my logical brain and my creative brain, what is it, left and right brain? They just fight all the time because they're so 50-50. Like, live in the moment. Just quit your job. Do everything that you want to do in life. Yeah, but you have to have money to do things. And where are you going to get the money from? It's not like you have a life savings saved up. Girl, you have this apartment that you got to pay for. What do you think you're going to do without a job? And my intuition is here, boom, telling me, just keep going. Hold on a second. We got barking going on. You want to tell them? And then my intuition is here, like, I promise you, it's gonna happen. It's gonna get better. I promise you. I promise. Just, I know I'm throwing a lot of things at you. I know I'm throwing all of these lessons at you. I'm just trying to get you to learn. All of these obstacles that you feel like you have to go over, all these hurdles that you feel like you have to jump over, these mental hurdles, money hurdles, because money is a thing. Being a creative costs money. Money habits that I've had since I've been making money. It's just like I feel like there's like this rubber wall. Like, it's not even a brick wall. It's like a rubber wall that's like, I just like can't, like, I'm hitting it. I feel that it's soft. I feel that it's like, that I'm able to go against it, but it's like I don't have the strength to like go against it. And it's like, but I also know who I am. I see myself living like in this life that I have. I see myself. I can feel like my future self in the version of my life that where I know that I need to be. But it's like, what is the next step for me? When is it gonna be like my chance? When is it gonna be my time? People tell me all the time, oh, you're so influential, like your content is so good, I love it so much. You really inspire me. And I feel like I'm living in my purpose, but I'm not living in my full potential. And it's hard because like I just feel like I'm giving to my art, giving to myself, like giving to my life, like feeding my soul. But it's like I'm not getting it back. I'm getting it back. I'm getting back way more than I could ask for. I'm getting back true connections. I'm getting back people being inspired by me, people understanding me, people liking me, people enjoying me, people enjoying my content. I'm getting back so much. I'm getting back so much that is so like it fills my heart, it fills my soul, it fills my cup, it waters me. But what I'm waiting to get back is of effort that I put into my vulnerability and my purpose. Getting it back payment wise, getting back in money, getting paid for my efforts, being seen and as genuinely as a creative, getting seen by a brand. I say all of this to also understand that I know the universe is going to give me exactly what I'm asking for. I know it. Again, I feel it. I just see, I think because I'm able to see and feel who I'm going to be in the future, who I'm creating right now, the person that I am right now is creating that future self. And because I can feel her, I see her. Like, if you're really connected, like intuitively, like I feel like you understand what I'm saying. I can just feel her soul, like her, it's me, but I just feel her. I see the life. I can smell it. I dream about it. I have like feelings when like certain things that I see remind me of that future self. But it's just like, when? When are my efforts finally going to pay off? But the universe just keeps giving me the hurdles. It's almost like, girl, take the risk, take the risk, take the risk, take the risk. I see you want to move to Europe. Take the risk. I see you want to do all these. Take the risk. What risk do I need to take? Obviously, the universe is not giving it to me because I'm not ready yet. I need like a breakthrough. Again, there's just something here that's just like blocking me. There is something that is literally blocking me. And I don't know what it is. Is it my fear of being perceived? I am afraid to go out in public with a tripod and record myself or take pictures of myself. I am terrified to do that. But is that the risk that I need to take? It sounds so simple, but it's terrifying. I'm scared enough to even pull my camera out in the gym. That's why I'm always in the classroom. I'm scared. But I'm not afraid because I'm insecure. And hear me out when I say this. I feel like maybe only a few understand this. I have a fear of being seen because I'm so confident. And I saw this TikTok and I saved it because I'm like, that is exactly how I feel. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I don't. And I don't think anybody's better than me. I think we all have so many different skills and so many different valuable things about ourselves that I need you to teach me something. And just like you need me to teach you something. I don't think anybody's better. I just feel like people will see me and think that that is how I think. That I'm better than that next person. But that's not the case at all. I want you to feel confident. Like when I'm at the gym, and I act a fool at the gym, but that is also like a safety net for me. Like I almost have to channel a different version of me because I have to tell myself it's okay to be confident like this. And I don't like to look around because then it's almost like reality like sets in of like, oh shit, like I'm in the real world, like where people might be perceiving me. That's so like if you see me at the gym and I don't look at you, it's because I don't want to feel like I'm in the world. Like I want to feel like I'm just in my world. None of these people are real. I am just here existing as myself, my confident self. And I'm just so afraid that people will perceive that differently, that, oh, she's just full of herself, or she's conceited, or she thinks she's better than anybody. I don't. If you smile at me, I'm smiling back. If you wave at me, I'm waving back. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I'm just so afraid of being too confident in front of people. I just know my purpose. And I want you to feel more confident by seeing me being able to be myself. That's important to me. You should feel like you can be yourself. And if me coming out here being myself, showing you it's okay to do that, then so be it. But that is why I'm afraid of being perceived. And that is why I'm afraid, that's why I don't feel comfortable like full on recording myself in public, doing this in public. If you see me vlogging in public, I'm like this. I'm whispering into the camera, like, I don't want anybody to hear me. I would not dare to bring a tripod in public. That's terrifying to me. But I think that's what I need to do. I feel like that is the next mental breakthrough that I need. And I need to decalcify my third eye. Those are my next 2 steps, I feel like. Decalcifying my third eye, really channeling my witchy ability. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. Sorry if that's not what you believe in. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything, but that is what I feel. That is what I believe in. Is taking that risk and stepping out of that box that I've been in of just recording myself at the gym. It is time to step out of that box. I think it's time to step into that. I hope this was helpful for anybody who needed it. It was actually really helpful for me. I've never really sat down and talked through something like that. This has been bothering me for a few days. Here and there, I'll talk to myself, like on the drive home. But I felt like I really needed to get it out. Like, get it out. Like, sit down and think about nothing else, talk about nothing else but what is on your mind right now. And I feel better. I feel inspired. Do I need to get into this Artist Way book? Yeah. I started a little, like literally a few pages of it. I don't know. I'm ready for it. It's weird. I'm ready for it. But something is just like not leading me to open this all the way yet. And when it comes to reading, I listen to it. Even this book, it sat in my cart for months because I wasn't drawn to it yet. Then something told me to buy it and I was like, okay. And this book has been changing my life, changing my perspective, and I'm so grateful for it. I just want to say this, okay? School is important. I know in America, we swear that school is not important, but it is. If you ever want to move to a different country and get a visa, it's important to have an education. It's important to have a degree in something, a certification in something. It is important. Yes, you know, you land a lot of possibilities from who you know, and it's not what you know, it's who you know. But school is important. That exposure is important, especially for creative people. Take the creative writing class in high school. Do that stuff. Pay attention in English. Pay attention to those classes that, granted, you don't know yourself in high school, middle school. You don't know what you're going to be interested in when you leave there. You're so worried about social popularity and being accepted in puberty and sex and all that other stuff that is hard. Of course, you don't know what you're going to use when you get out. But I'm sure there's not high schoolers watching this, but I remember in middle school, my English teacher wanted me to be in AP English because she saw it in me. I was in it for a day, and it was just one of those situations where I wasn't applying myself. I was like, I don't want to have to do homework. I don't want to have to do this. I don't want to have to go home and have to and try so hard. So I stayed in regular English. And I hold that grudge against myself because it's like there's so much I would have learned, so much basic knowledge, right? Taking creative writing classes, that's important. If I wish I would have done that in high school, because that would have helped me as a creative adult right now. I wish I would have paid more attention in photography class, because that would have helped me as a creative adult right now. In high school, I let the popularity thing get the best of me. Or that's not cool to pay attention in like art class, or you know what I mean? I was skipping class. I know I graduated bare minimum, okay? It's not because I wasn't smart, I just didn't apply myself. School is important. Those important classes. They need to have financial classes in high school. My next goal is also to take a creative writing something, TikTok, YouTube, whatever. I want to get into like voiceovers and things like that, and being able to write myself scripts and being able to write myself scripts. Like, and I realized that I was missing that ability because I didn't pay attention to that stuff in school. So now my voiceovers sound like little kids writing essays like, and the dog ran across the street, when they could be so much better. Those are my intentional next steps. Decalcifying my third eye, creative writing something, stepping out of my comfort zone, and recording or taking my pictures in public. Doing the whole shindig, the whole setup by myself. That was really nice. I literally talked my way through my path. I felt like there was like trees in the way, and I just cleared the trees out, and I at least found a clear path to where I want to go next. And I think those 3 things will set me forward in a way that I haven't been before. I literally feel like I just had a revelation. And I did that through creating. I did that through setting up my camera. And instead of wallowing in self-misery and literally laying in my bed like this and having this conversation in my mind, that's exactly what I needed. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to this. But let me know. It doesn't have to be in a time frame, but what are your current goals? What are you reaching for right now? Where do you feel like you are in life? Cozy now. Take this makeup off. Get ready for bed. I gotta work tomorrow. Okay, I'm not gonna keep you guys any longer. I'll talk to you guys later.